I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Hello everyone, welcome to questplay Skyrim, the Brotherhood of Old. This is the first chapter. My name is Harness. I hope you're all having a great day. And I wanted to get a playthrough of this because I actually wrote the screenplay for this mod back in 2012. I was just approached by Tom Tesoro when he had an idea for a quest that is both a sequel to the Dark Brotherhood of Skyrim and the Dark Brotherhood of Oblivion. So I thought I'd put this together. These videos will serve as kind of a guide to the mod, a role play of my character in the mod, and just kind of thoughts on just Skyrim scripts in general, just screenplays, that kind of thing. Yeah, so the first thing that I want to kind of get going here is an introduction to my character. So he's an Argonian. His name is Fasnu Volan Tafir, which in Dovazul is Fearless Night Thief. He was my original character on Xbox. I had ported him over to PC when just very recently, when I actually got a PC that was capable of running Skyrim, and I knew I wanted to play through this mod. So this character, not super immersive. He is a character who did everything. He's the harbinger to the companions. He's the guildmaster of the Thieves Guild, listener of the Dark Brotherhood, and archmage of the College of Winterhold. Yeah, so real quick, first thing you want to do, once you get that letter from the courier, you're going to want to go north of Falkreath a little bit. There's going to be an inn called the Inn of Lost Souls, and that's where we will begin our adventure. What can you tell me about yourself?
Been in the inn business since the day I was born. I come from a long line of innkeepers from all over Tamriel.
What's with the name?
What? The inn? It's a family tradition. Besides, I like the sign.
Why haven't I seen this place here before?
Oh, it does that. Some sort of ill omen, I suppose.
If you'll excuse me, I have some
No skin off my back, friend.
to attend to. Alright, let's go talk to this gentleman over here. He seems to be standing in the way of the cellar.
I cannot allow you to pass.
And why is that?
Official Empire business. Now move along.
But I'm expected.
Oh, I don't suppose you have any proof?
Here, I'm going to show you this note that doesn't actually explain anything.
This has to be fake. I'm not buying it. Move along before I find reason to gut you right here, scum.
Are you serious? Maybe should I just quick save and just stab this guy? Yeah, so this character, he went through and did every quest line possible on the Xbox 360, and I thought really the best way to kind of send him off would be to port his save over to PC and do the quest that I wrote the screenplay for. Yeah, and so with the Brotherhood of Old, really the thing that I kind of wanted to focus on was that epilogue to the story, because the problem is with a lot of the Skyrim stories, you finish them and then that's just it. There's no follow-up.
You here to kill me, boy?
No?
Figures. First you kill my cousins. Now, you're just making sure no one else can ever inherit the throne of the Emperor. Alien meat. At your service. I can't believe this. First that stubborn Nord Stormcloak starts a civil war, which has drained much more of our treasury than anyone's willing to admit. And then one of your legendary Dark Brotherhood members kills my cousin, the Emperor. And now the Empire has been thrown into chaos. There's a good chance it won't survive long. But you want to know what the really funny part is? You and your gang of morons won't last either. The Dark Brotherhood is a relic of the past. We've entered a more civilized age. I heard that there was one sanctuary left in Old Tamriel, and we burned that one to the ground! Sold out by one of your own sisters. Now that's funny. How many of you thugs are there left? 3 or 4? That's a very formidable force you have there. And you killed my cousin for what? A few septums? Well, I hope it was worth it, because you're going to burn. Just like the Empire's going to burn. I hope it was worth it. I understand having to kill Titus, but did you have to kill poor Vittoria? She was so young, and...
You will have peace in the void. Yeah, so this playthrough is going to be kind of a combination of me kind of role-playing the story, kind of talking about some behind the scenes of the story, and just kind of talking about Skyrim in general. It is something that I kind of hope to continue going forward, just with other quests. I figured I'd start with this one just because, you know, I had a hand in creating it, but... you know, it's like there's a lot of good quests out there, and it's just like I want to make sure that they all kind of get represented, and that, you know, we look at the story from maybe the more critical perspective. See, you know, with every story, it's like, oh, what was done well, what could have been improved, type of thing. And this isn't to tear anything apart or anything like that. This is more just kind of my personal curiosity, just my passion for literature. So full disclosure, all of this footage was recorded ahead of time. The commentary is post-commentary. I have separated these videos out into 8 parts. Each part will be about 20 minutes in length. I will add a few appendices at the end to kind of show one where it's like I read through like all of the books that you get in this quest. One kind of giving like a who's who of the quest, and one showing our side quest, which is the Dead Drops mission.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Now, one thing I've always thought was a little strange about Skyrim is that Courier just knows where you are wherever you go. And he is really good at his job. Although apparently a little too good, because he's trying to enter the sanctuary. Oh, he's just getting in. Didn't know you knew the password there, buddy. But yeah, originally I kind of had the idea of using like a hold guard as Courier, just to that way, like it'd be a little less suspicious. I had felt that didn't really pan out.
Listener, you have served this family well. Every day, more and more children pray to their mother. The death of the Emperor has made the name of Sithis feared once again throughout the land. But we are few, too few to answer so many prayers. Our dread father has reached out for you to help these children in their time of need. However, In order to help these children, we must cure our family of its ills. Speak with Babette. Tell her dream stride. She will understand. In the meantime, we must begin to rebuild our numbers. In the past, this would have been the work of a speaker. Now we must be a little more flexible with our organization, at least until our numbers have grown. Listener, you must find new brothers and sisters for us. Speak with me when you have recruited a few members.
So one thing I wish I could do kind of differently in retrospect is I kind of assumed that the player had played through this quest in a certain way. And that being that, let's say you'd killed Cicero, for instance. That was something that it's just like I didn't necessarily like anticipate. And in fact, my original...
Hello, listener. Actually, I can do better than that. Festus and I created this dagger for Astrid. I managed to save it from the fire. It does barely any damage, but it will knock someone out long enough for you to get them to the abandoned shack. Interesting. It will be done, my listener. Since Festus is gone, maybe we should recruit a powerful mage as well? Have you ever heard of Undil the Warlock? He's an Altmer mage who lives in Markarth. He's extremely powerful, but he's not exactly the most balanced individual.
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys can hear. It's like we got actors to play Babette and both Nazir, gave them new dialogue, but I kind of assumed that people would kill Cicero, which is my fault.
Yes. How do you suggest
We need to find initiates. Well, I know of a certain abandoned shack north of Morthal.
I'm liking this already.
Yes, a
Any
kidnapping.
idea who we are going to grab?
There's a pair of Khajiit twins that likes to hang out near Whiterun.
Jizakar and Majura, right? They're ruthless. They'll fit right in.
What about you? Any ideas?
What about that Nord, Ognar Hollowleg? He hangs out near Golden Glow Estate. I've heard rumors that he crushed a man's skull with his bare hands.
Never heard
Like
of
all
him.
Nords, he is passionate, but not in the way you would expect. Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while, listener.
Of course, I would do anything for the family. Go get the twins and grab...
Victims for the shack, of course.
Don't interrupt me, Nazir. But yeah, so it's just certain things where it's just like I kind of like assumed that that the player kind of would have killed Cicero. In fact, in my first draft, like there's no mention of him whatsoever, and in the final draft, there ended up being kind of like a throwaway line about him. And also certain things where just like kind of assuming, oh, it's like, well, we need to introduce these new assassins somehow, so how is the player going to know about them? Oh, let's just assume that the player just knows about them. Which is, again, not the most ideal way to do that, but at the same time, you don't want to, like, you know, send somebody on a quest all throughout Skyrim, like, over and over. It's like, oh, it's like, find somebody who's worthy to be in the Brotherhood. No? Okay, find the next person. Find the next person. And then kidnap them. So basically, like I had it just give like the player just maybe like a little bit of foreknowledge on some of these characters that we're going to interact with. And here I turn off my lantern because I decided I wanted to be spooky.
This one
Be still,
needs
cat.
something? Where have you taken Khajiit?
You're safe, but don't worry about that. Worry about what's about to
Let my
happen.
sister go. Do with Khajiit as you will.
All I'm here to do is make you an
The
offer. Have you ever
assassins
heard of the
who
Dark
killed the
Brotherhood?
Emperor? Jezakar thinks them to be just a myth.
If we were a
Did you
myth,
bring us
how
here
are
to
you
kill
here?
one of them, or all of them?
That is up to you. I'm just
And if
here
we do
to judge your
this,
decision and act
If we
accordingly.
kill one of them,
If you do this, you will have a new family with the Brotherhood.
you are dead.
Yeah, and so this is also another part right here where, upon reflection, just kind of in the years, I suppose they were all guilty in their own way.
Did we do good?
Excellent. Head up to Dawnstar near the... Answer thusly, innocence, my brother. Yeah, so this is... This is one of those things I wish I could have done just a little differently, because, like, basically it's like we have it set up, oh, well, we're kidnapping people, but they don't necessarily have contracts on them. And my thinking at the time was like, oh, it's kind of gone like full circle. So this is how Astrid got you, and this is how you get others. But I would argue that in your experience as a player, it's like you're trying to make the Dark Brotherhood a little better than what it was. So it doesn't quite make sense to grab people who don't necessarily have contracts out on them, and it doesn't make sense for you to just be like, oh, it doesn't matter who you kill. I want you to kill, Agnar. I heard you enjoy it.
Kill, do you? I suppose I should just kill you then.
You're certainly welcome to try, my friend.
Right. Just tell me one thing. Who are you?
I represent the Dark Brotherhood.
Brotherhood?
That's right.
You people killed the Emperor. You have no idea how much civil unrest your actions have caused. There have been riots in the Imperial City because of what you did to the Empire. My brother died in one of those riots. I'll kill you!
I am sorry about your brother, truly. Please calm down so we can talk.
Die with your life. First I'll kill you, and then I'll find the rest of you worthless skeevers and wipe out the lot of you. Tamriel will be the better for it.
So, is that a no? Guess that's a no. Alright. But, so, it's, especially with the shack, where it's just like, oh, well, it's just like one of these three people has a contract on their life. You need to find out who, and kill them, and then, pretty much with every single, recruit that we have, they all end up killing everyone in the shack. Which I feel is like a little antithetical to your journey as the player character, where you were trying to, you know, actually be the listener and be more discriminate in your targets. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're just going to go to Markarth, because we need to kidnap a mage, and I decided it would be a good idea to sleep before doing that, just so I'm doing that at nighttime. But yeah, so I hope you guys will join me for the rest of these videos. We're just going to be talking about this story, the kind of, you know, both the Skyrim and the Oblivion Dark Brotherhood stories.
Let me
And
know if there's anything else you need.
And, yeah, just be curious to hear what your thoughts are on the story. And I hope you all are having a great day, and I will talk to you next time.